trying to work and I was trying to think this week when I was going to film a video, and I was like, I've got no idea to film a video, so I decided to film on the day. It's all going to be on the iPhone, bear with. Just another day, Monday, bank holiday Monday, but I've been working. Got a few hours PT in the morning, and then I'm going to train up, that's the exciting part. But I'll walk you through the day, what I eat, all that stuff. I think this will be episode 2 of the Aesthetic Athlete series. In most videos it's going to be this anyway, so while I'm at work, I'll probably see you when I'm setting up. I've got a class and then a few PT clients, then a bit of online work, and then we're training later on. We're going to have food tonight as well. So Dad's off, and Bro's off. So we're going to get some subscribe anyway. Right. Catch us at the gym. Right, so yeah, gonna get set up for a class. Yeah, let's get set up. Haven't a clue if that's in line. Also noticed that I had a bit of coffee on my nose before. Fantastic. Anyway, class set up. Let's keep going. Happy days. 3 protein shakes. So, go over here. So, it is after 1. Meal number 1. Pre-workout. 100-ish grams of pineapple. Protein oats. 80 grams of oats. 60 whey. Berries and banana. And also some leftover pistachio something cake. It's grand time. Yeah, so one of the reasons I'm eating a bit later is, well, 1, because I've been busy. 2, I ate so much food the last few days. Insert clips of Saturday here. My girl, and insert clips of my Sunday dinner yesterday. With sticky toffee pudding, which I didn't show, but let me eat. Oh. Right, anyway, forgot to film the time. Well, I've done about an hour's work already, but I'm gonna do another 20 minutes of work, just a few client bits and online stuff, and then time for the fun stuff, training. Get this work done first. I realised I'd done a time lapse there in the first video and I was not on the camera whatsoever. Anyway, the echo in here as well. I'm going to crack on and do 10 more minutes while I'm sitting on the pre-workout. 2 monster. And we'll get another session in. Get this work done and I will see you in the gym. Right, we are on. Don't mind the football kit. I was meant to have a game today, however it got called off because of COVID, so nothing we can do. Anyway, gonna do a little bit of a voiceover for this upper body workout, walking you through kind of how I've set out my training at the minute. Working a little bit more bodybuilding in a sense. I want to build a little bit more muscle, but then also adding in the conditioning aspect at the end, which you'll see. So starting off We're on the narrow stack because the wider stack wasn't available. We're on cable cuffed chest flies. So you can see I've got the cuffs, I've got the Josh Bridgman 1 more rep cuffs, which are very good. If anybody wants some cuffs, get them off Josh. Cable chest flies. So today on this workout I stuck between 10 and 15 reps, but what I have been doing more recently is going one set between 6 and 9 reps, one set between about 10 and 14 maybe, and then one really high rep set, just to pre-fatigue the chest. It's something that I want to work on in my training. So yeah, be doing these 3 sets, like I said, seated because it's a lot more stable. We're lining the cables up with the shoulder, squeezing in, almost thinking about trying to hug round the side. There's a different angle so you can see. Elbows flared in a sense, but not ridiculously high. I find it that I feel my chest a lot more when I flare my elbows a little bit, so that's why I'm flaring them. Leaning back, slight arch in the thoracic spine, so we're not arching through the lower back, we're arching through the upper back, sticking the chest out and really driving the elbows forward, working the shortened range, so the shortest range of the chest movements. So when you're doing a bench press and stuff, most of the time you're working that stretch, the kind of mid position. Here we're working that mid to shortened position, so the right in the middle. Pre-fatiguing that first, so when we go into our heavy compounds, we can obviously work the length and the middle position as well. So it's a bit of biomechanics. Pretty much, it's more of an activation thing, more than anything, and I enjoy doing them. And they're very painful, they do burn quite a lot. So here we are, I just put in this warm-up set, so this is what I do, my last warm-up set before anything. I'll pick a weight for my back off set, what I was going to use, and I'll literally do it for like 4, maybe 5 reps. Nothing crazy, just to get used to that heavy feeling. Your warm-up sets, you don't have to keep on like increasing your reps each time and kind of match. So for example, I wouldn't, just because I could do the 30s for maybe 12, I'm not going to do them for 12, I'll do them for a few. So 38s, first time doing this movement, slight incline dumbbell chest press, only going down as far as my body naturally wants to. So if you literally lay down on the bench, go like that, you can see the angle that your body naturally wants to go down to. That's what movement you want to kind of go down. Any further, you're just going to be loading your tendons, going to be loading the ligaments, and not actually the muscle. So working on this. This is my heavy set. I've lost count of how many it is. I'm terrible for a PT. I cannot count. But going obviously to failure. I enjoy training to failure. Plenty of rest in between, 3 minutes rest in between sets. But the same aspect, we're going to be going one heavy set between 6 and 9, and then like a 10 to 14, and then I think I done a high rep on this one. I cannot remember, but that is how I'm going to be working things in this. So this is my back off set with the 30s. I think I got 10 or 11. I can't remember exactly. Again, with incline dumbbell bench press, you do not have to come and press the dumbbells together. It's a common myth. I mean, if your arms are shorter, you might end up having to do it naturally, but you don't have to. Just go down until you start feeling a little bit of a stretch, have a teeny, like slight pause almost, and then drive up. I like the slight incline more than anything else, because if I go too high, I start working my shoulders a bit more. I don't feel as much as my chest, and then obviously I want to get a little bit of upper chest anyway, because I have no upper chest, rather than doing flat bench. So that was that set. Next up, we want a bit of back. So we've done our chest movements, we're on to our back movements now. Loving this movement at the minute. Bent over barbell row, again, same thing. Heavy set, 2 back offsets. Increasing the reps, dropping the weight each time. So I think this is 85 or 82.5. 82.5. Key things on this, I don't mind a little bit of kind of chest movement popping up at the top. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to lift like half the weight of what you think. You could probably lift like maybe 50 kilograms compared to 80. If you just kept it really straight like a pendulum row. Thinking about driving the elbows back, I'm not having my hands too wide here. I'm keeping them kind of where my hands would naturally sit if I had them down by my side. Want to really work on the lats and work on the erectors. So I done a post on Instagram talking about the movements I'm using to build my back. This is one of them, and deadlifts is another big one, and then also an exercise that we're going to show next. A lat pull down variation, but work on these. Everyone probably needs to build their lower back, their erectors up a lot more. So I'm trying to keep these and deadlifts at least 2, maybe 3 days apart, just to avoid them kind of crossing over with fatiguing the lower back too much. But again, working until I can't quite get my elbow to my in line with my body, and then calling it a day. Finished off with a little superset, and I was slightly shorter on time. So I would normally do individual exercises when I'm doing bodybuilding focused stuff, with strict overhead press with the dumbbells. I think I went lighter on this one. I think I went between 12 and 15 reps. That's why I'm only using the 14s, but squeezing the glutes, bracing the core, making sure I'm not arching through the lower back. Again, just all through thoracic extension. Sticking the chest out, driving up. Sorry, someone's trying to ring me halfway through this, but we keep it rolling. So 12 to 15 reps, I think, on this, and then this is the other exercise I'm using for my back: D handle, lat pull down. Why do we use the D handles? Well, first of all, if you've got any elbow pain, use them, because they will allow internal joint rotation at the elbow. It releases a little bit of pain, so it's quite a good one. And also, we can line the arms up directly with our shoulders, so when we're directly coming down, we're working the lat in pretty much the range of motion that it wants to work in, which is literally just pulling the arm straight down in line with the body. So that's why we're using that rather than going overhand. It's just slightly better activation for the lat. I know bodybuilders, like I always say, Josh Bridgman, TM Cycles, Joe Brightman, they're big on D handles, just for using anything, the muscle mentors. So they're loads of people to follow if you're into your bodybuilding stuff. But really thinking about driving the elbows down into, we almost call it the back pocket, so down rather than trying to squeeze the upper back. It's more the elbows driving down until they're in line with the body, and then we're back on. So we did 3 sets of this, just bounced in between supersets. I think I probably had 2 minutes rest in between. Nothing too intense like I have done before when I've been working against the clock, like on an every 2.5 minute or every 2 minute on the minute. This is more taking my time. I'm wanting to progress these lifts, get stronger on them, so my rest periods obviously, as long as you're not taking the mick in terms of time, just take your time with them. Still working to failure, but this, I'd much rather use dumbbells rather than a barbell for bodybuilding purposes, because if you think about it, when you're using barbell, you've got your head in the way, so you're kind of having to dodge it out the way. And I also feel it a lot more in my lateral delts when I'm doing dumbbells. If you've got good external rotation, which is literally just rotating your elbow that way, you should be fine doing dumbbells. But I definitely prefer them, so I'm going to be trying to work on them. And the lat pull down, again, didn't start with the straps on, but I've put the straps on now because my grip starts to go, and when my grip starts to go, it takes away from my lats. So that's one thing I really want to work on, is lats and my lower back. So yeah, working pretty close to failure on these again. Going to continue to progress these. I also don't mind a slight lean back, as long as it's not too far, and then you're pretty much just turning it into a row if you're doing that. So try and stay upright, but a slight lean back is absolutely fine. So the conditioning, the fun bit. So today, if I remember rightly, I did a EMOM. We'll probably see in a second. So first minute, I think, was a 16 cal row. And then we are into, was it 16 push-ups or 20 push-ups? I'm horrendous at remembering stuff what we did. But yeah, oh no it wasn't. I remember what it was now. I lied. I'll put it on the screen because I've completely remembered. 21, 15, 9. That's what it was. So 21 calories straight into 21 push-ups. 15 calories on the rower, straight into 15 push-ups. 9 calories on the rower, straight into 9 push-ups. So that was part 1, as quick as we can. This will be my last set of 9. Rowing is one of my strong points, however push-ups is not. So you can see I kept on hitting my elbow off the row as well, which was quite annoying. But as long as my elbows are getting, like my chest is pretty much, well, my upper arm is parallel with the floor, I'm pretty happy with my push-ups, because I have got the longest arms in the world. But I'm setting my timer for 2 minutes, I'm having 2 minutes rest, and then I'm going straight back into another 21, 15, 9. This time, obviously calories on the rower, and then chest to floor burpees next, which was fun. So I always like finishing my sessions, as you know, if you follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube for a while, I like finishing my sessions with a little bit of conditioning, just to get a bit of sweat on, get them endorphins flowing, get yourself feeling good. Especially if you're doing just a purely bodybuilding session, I feel like you don't get that endorphin release afterwards like you would
with a conditioning exercise that you don't feel like you worked. And I also want to stay fit. I also want to look good, but I also want to be able to move good and feel good, which is something I'm big on. Look good, feel good, play good, live good, move good, all that stuff. Anyway, so this was a quick little bit of conditioning. I had a game the next day, so didn't kill myself off massively, but just a little bit of sweat on to finish. I'm a big lad, so burpees aren't fun at all. I think this is my last set of burpees, a little bit of conditioning, and I look very, very tired. Very tired. Yeah, not happy about that. And then finished off with just a little bit of arm work. I have started to put my arm work before the conditioning now, but we did 3 sets of cable tricep push downs with the D handles, again on the handles, just so we can push out to the side a little bit more rather than having the narrow rope where you can only really press in front. Using the longer handles, you can extend a little bit wider, and I've got long arms again, so it kind of helps me. Trying to keep the elbows locked in place so the upper arm isn't moving. Obviously the upper arm, the bottom half of the arm, I can't even speak. The radius in the ulnar section is extending down. This part of the arm isn't moving. So just straight down, back up. People just keep on messaging me. It's annoying. Can't believe I got called off. Never mind. So yeah, 3 rounds of this. A little bit of break between dumbbell, supinated bicep curls. I feel it much more my biceps doing the supinated variation. Staying lightweight. I think I started at like close to 20 reps in each set and ended up dropping down. I kept the weight the same. So like these were only like 8 kilograms. I think I got close to 20 the first set. And then they dropped down to like 15 for the last set. But just get a little bit of a pump on. I want to work on my arms because my arms are like tree trunks and they need to fill out. But pretty simple, nothing too crazy, just making sure I'm not swinging and I'm going nice and controlled on the way down. The eccentric is the most important part of the rep. That's where most of the muscle damage is going to be caused, so make sure you're going really slow on the way down and you're also like 4 times as strong. So here's a little shameless physique update straight after the session. Not looking too bad, got a bit of a pump on. Just looking to pretty much maintain the conditioning side. So not looking to get massive. I want to up my calories a little bit, but also there's little aspects I want to build muscle on. But at the minute, because I'm back in football, I'm just looking to maintain, stay injury free, manage my training on top of football, and feel good. Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's an absolutely gorgeous day, but I never got to see bloody any of it. 5:30, my training session went on a little bit longer than planned. See if I can prop you up in here. It is boiling, but yeah, you ever have them sessions where you just can't quite get into it? That was one of them sessions. So I might end up changing a few things. I think I'm just going to stick with compound movements now. My incline bench, bent over roll press, or military press, and lat pull down, and then the rest is just conditioning for a bit of arms at the end and the additional core. Anyway, gonna get off home. I think we're going out for some. So the gym had some leftover shakes that were out of date as of yesterday. So just a quick 25 grams of protein. I had a grenade bar plan, but might as well use this because it's free. So 25 grams of protein, like 8 carbs and like no fat. So quick little post out with a treat. Had 30 grams of carbs, intra, so it's dextrin. But yeah, we shoot off home. Didn't get my wire out, never mind. Shoot off home and see what grub we are getting.
Big ones on the YouTube again.
Oh no, man.
Sunday cooking.
It's not Sunday, it's a Monday.
Oh, Monday cooking, it feels like a Sunday.
All the pubs are shut, everywhere's shut. So,
We'll have to do Anchor burgers.
homemade bit. It's a bit burnt that like.
Oh no, that's a bit burn, that one. You're not getting that one. That one. Fresh ones.
Right, fantastic.
Right.
Final product. Beetroots, salad, dates. 1 beef burger. 1 chicken burger. Definitely both Aldi. All Aldi. With a bit of Peronaise. Oh. Post the update. There's some of these left over. Literally probably like a quarter of a bag. Tomato and basil and the spice. But I will put the macros
within the MyFitnessPal thingamajig. Like, I'll add them up anyway. Not missing them. A little update of what's happening in the evening, just cause. Uploading tomorrow's podcast to YouTube, getting all that ready. I've got a little program I need to do for someone. All client check-ins are done. I'm trying to plan podcasts because I didn't do one last week, and I need to try. I wanted to try and keep one a week, but I might have to go to like once every 2 weeks. But trying to maintain that. Bit of work. I'm gonna try and switch off at 8 o'clock, the cut-off point, which normally ends up being 8:30, but we'll try and cut it off. And I'll probably see you at my last meal at about 8 o'clock. Right, final meal time. See what I can come up with. Half a protein shake there. That, and I've got mine. This is what happens. At the end of the day, I just make up whatever I want for the last meal. Sometimes I'll have my protein pudding. Sometimes I don't. I've got 2 eggs that need to be 8. And I'll probably have a bagel or something. But see what happens. And I'll tell you what that was on. Final meal sorted. That. It was going to be 100 grams of soaring. It was actually 93. A little bit lower. And then 2 smelly eggs and spinach. Now exciting. I'll put the macros on screen now. I also had a 10 gram of my spoonful of fish roast, so I'm guessing it's about 10 grams. And that's it. I'm gonna get myself ready for bed. At times, slightly low on the protein, so I might have to have a grenade bar. And I have had less calories than usual today because I did stuff my face for the weekend. However, I did train still, so balances that out. Have a grenade bar, I'll add that to my macros, and I will put the total calories on screen somewhere. Now, there we go. One of these bananas.
Morning, people. Caught if you got that in the video yesterday, so God, that sun's bright anyway. It's just the next morning. Oh, so thank you very much as always for watching, enjoying this series. I know I just named it that. It's not really like a series or anything, but it is in a sense. You know. But if you enjoyed this video, again, give the video a like, get subscribed if you haven't already, because a lot of our viewers aren't subscribed for some reason. I don't know why. And if anybody you would like to share a video with, let me know. Also, if there's any people you would like to see on the podcast, give me a shout and I'll try and get them on. Try and get a few more guests on. I need to try and up my game. I had a week off last week, so I need to get back on it. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Over and out.